I think that's recording. Now I got
Recording in progress.
the backup going, and I was gonna say, man, we've actually got the first of our uh, daily cog moving backgrounds.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, on the video today, we are hanging out in our red and blue genreverse nebula. Created on Blender, you guys. There's a lot of really cool thing. Not sponsored or anything, but did this with Blender, and you can do a lot of really cool things with Blender. So yeah. Anyways, let's do the show. Welcome to the Daily Cup of Genre here on the Genreverse Podcast Network, wherever you get your podcast from, and Genreverse Podcast YouTube channel, part of the big LRM online family. Make sure you go to lrmonline.com every day for all of your entertainment news, needs, and opinions. And of course, we are sponsored by Grow Generation, where the bros go to grow a little bit more from them later.
I mean, where the pros go to grow.
That's what I said, right?
You said where the grower goes to grow.
Oh, sorry,
Nice.
guys. Brain injury. Yay. Anyways, more from them later on in the episode. I am Kyle Malone, at that Kyle Malone on Twitter. That's Manny Gomez, at Manny Gomez on Twitter, or at Manny Gomez Media. He's not big enough to just have his at name yet, but maybe one day. I don't know. So there's probably already an at Manny Gomez somewhere
There
out
is.
there.
There's a few of us.
You have to buy him out.
No, it's okay.
What's up, bud? How you doing?
Not bad. Not bad. Just working and sleeping and playing Assassin's Creed because I'm just trying to get through all the games.
Yeah. We were gonna have a show yesterday. Mike had said, Shockey and Cam were gonna help out for Tuesdays, but we kind of forgot 4th of July was Monday, so we didn't get to record Monday night, and Tuesday I have OT with my son and stuff like that. Myself sometimes. Just anyways, so we didn't get to do a show yesterday. Sorry about that. But here we are today, and lo and behold, we've got some more Marvel stuff to talk about.
Cool.
So we saw and talked about Namor and Atuma images that were revealed earlier this week, and now we've actually got another purported image from it was posted by Redditor just_John17, and it purportedly shows Ironheart in her at Mark 1 armor. I'm not 100% sure. Have you seen these, Manny?
I have not seen those.
All right, I'll share my screen with you so you can take a quick look. And there we go. So yeah, here it is. It's blurry, kind of like some of the first images we saw of Namor earlier this year, before the
clear
image came in, but very Iron Man-ish, which makes sense for Riri Williams's Ironheart, but very deconstructed. It looks more like an early prototype. She's got no mask. I don't know, man. What do you think of this?
I mean, it does look early. That's what I was gonna say. It's kind of clunky. Looks kind of, kind of just put together as like a test run or something like that. We'll say I hate people who leak stuff like this because it often leads to misinterpretations or about what exactly that their plan is to do, because maybe people will see it and see it as the definitive suit, as and they're gonna be like, oh, that's not what it should look like, and blah blah blah. But the fact of the matter is, it's just one of those sketches where there's probably 12 different prototypes that they're working on, and that's not necessarily the final one.
That, and also just her prototype, like her first armor that she makes as well, or one of the early ones. And
yeah,
again,
that'll progress during the season.
Yeah. Well, this is purported to be from Wakanda Forever, where she is set to make her first appearance before her series, her Disney Plus series that was announced 2 years ago, almost at one of the first Disney Plus days, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about it. I personally have never read an Ironheart comic. I think I've read one or two books, because I'm not big on Kate books these days. Haven't been for years. I know she doesn't wear a cape, but that means superhero for the like traditional comic superhero Marvel DC stuff. For those that aren't big comic readers. So I get to come into anything with her as pretty much a blank slate. Call it I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing, but at least I'm not gonna be nitpicky, you know what I'm saying? Like I have no investment in the character outside of the MCU, so best of luck. I hope that they do well. How do you feel about her getting her debut in Wakanda Forever, and yeah, how do you feel about that?
That seems appropriate. It seems like the right place to do it.
Have Shuri potentially be involved and be partial inspiration in addition to Tony and Iron Man.
I do not mind, Shuri being kind of the Q of the Marvel universe at the moment, because you do need to fill that void that Tony had left. And she's proven, of course, through other films that she could be that person to do so, especially being charismatic. Now the actress may need to be replaced, but here we are.
I'm not. What's the word I'm looking for? Crap. I was looking up the actress that is going to play Dominique Thorne is going to play Riri Williams Ironheart, and I completely forgot what I was going to say about Sure. Oh, I remember. The actress does a Letitia Wright. I think I might mispronounce it. I'm sorry if I did. She is a fine actress in Black Panther. She's not a lead though. It didn't feel like she had lead in her, and that was my biggest concern. And that's mostly because I haven't seen anything else. But you can kind of get a feel. She does great playing off of other people, but as a lead, you gotta be able to lead the film as well. And so that's always been one of my biggest concerns going into this movie. Like my biggest concern with Thor tomorrow is Natalie Portman and Chris Hemsworth's chemistry from the previous movies. It was awful, and you're gonna have them both together again, and it's like Thor's come a long way. So I hope it's what's that?
Yeah, it's definitely come a long way.
Yeah.
Thor.
So I hope Wakanda Forever is great. I hope that the ensemble cast is able to support, not saying that she is going to give a week's performance, but if she needs it, I hope they're able to, make it a very cohesive movie. It's tragic what happened to Chadwick Boseman. I know a lot of people felt like the character of T'Challa was bigger than just the one man. They went this route, so we kind of just gotta hope it works out, huh? We'll find out later on. Yeah. Later on this year. Wakanda Forever hits when? It's November, I think.
I just had that up a minute ago.
Release. November 11th, 2022. So yeah, that's when we'll see that. Sticking with a little bit more Marvel news, not shocking. Kingpin and Daredevil are apparently set to appear in Echo. Kind of makes sense. How did you feel about? Oh well, actually, let me cite the source. Where'd Cam get this from? New rumor from Weekly Planet during a hot scoop or a shot of poop segment from a podcast. James Clement gave a clear picture of how many episodes Daredevil will appear and in what suit he will be wearing. Daredevil is in it, Echo, for 3 episodes, as in Charlie Cox. Kingpin's Vinny D'Onofrio, I know I screw up his name all the time, is in 4. The Kingpin storyline is building up to him running for New York, for mayor of New York City. Apparently he's going to be wearing an eye patch because he was shot in the head in Hawkeye. Daredevil is also going to be rocking a red and black suit and is looking for Jessica Jones. So, react.
As long as you don't do Kingpin the way you did them, and I don't mean you, I mean Marvel, because you had nothing to do with it. I could blame you too.
Or did I? I'd be ashamed.
As long as they don't do what they did to him in Hawkeye, it was just weird. I'm all right. I'm okay, especially now if you're introducing Daredevil. I like the idea of him getting more involved into politics and with the city. So yeah, why not? I mean, it's okay. I do feel that this time it should lead somewhere though, because to like a maybe, and we've seen that they're probably they're bringing back Daredevil, hopefully. So as long as it leads somewhere, I think it'll be fine. But also, what I do worry about is that the Daredevil character is so beloved that it's going to overshadow Echo, and it'll take away from the series instead. That is one issue.
Yeah. The other one, and this, I'm having trouble finding the early report from earlier this year that Daredevil would be where he would be the reboot, if you will, the one that we're going to have in the MCU. There's rumors of the series is it'll be more, TV 14, not, or TV 13, TV 12, whatever. It'll be PG-13 for Disney Plus instead of the hard R that we got for violence and language.
And that's gonna take away so much from the series,
dude. That's what I'm saying, and that wasn't an official thing, but it came from some relatively reliable sources, if I recall correctly, a month or 2 ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of flies in the face of Charlie Cox and an interview he did where he even said, like, it's going to be difficult to do it PG-13, but if anyone can do it, Marvel can. He said if they wanted to make a more PG version of Daredevil, I back them to find a way to do it where it feels totally in keeping with everything we've done on their past show, and maybe there's a little less blood, maybe there's a little whatever, but I back them to do it. So I mean, it's a paycheck, so I would exactly. that's what I was gonna say. But fans, you could do a lot of blood. You're gonna have to cut down on maybe some of the violence, cut down on the drugs. But I don't know, man. Like part of what made Daredevil so great was the brutality of the fights and the big threat of Kingpin and his brutality. You know what I'm saying?
The grittiness, of all of it.
I mean, look, Sony's looking at making Kraven the Hunter not a hunter, so
yeah, he's now an animal activist. I mean, it's like,
you can be an animal activist and a hunter. There's a way to do that, but Hollywood doesn't have the balls to make hunting look like a positive.
They're gonna make Kraven the Hunter. They're gonna make him Ace Ventura. That's what they're gonna do.
Doctor Doolittle like. Oh my God, Sony! If he talks to animals, I swear on my life, I'm going to put a flaming bag of dog poo on your office door. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine Craven sitting there just Doctor Doolittling his way through the movie?
Mm-hmm. To have a scene where he's sitting next to a pigeon, having a conversation.
Oh my God. Yeah, Echo. She was kind of flubbed or floundered or bumbled, however you want to word it, in Hawkeye. And there's been reports of like script cuts and characters, like her what I call Russian Jon Snow, her, the dude that betrays her in the Hawkeye series. He was supposed to have more to do in the series. So hopefully her show does a better job, because again, I didn't have much from comics. All I have is this, this one show so far, and it wasn't that impressive. The best parts of Hawkeye were when Kate and Clint were together. Like, not even necessarily like them two, their banter, their relationship, and whenever they would interact with others, that's when I was enjoying Hawkeye. Yeah, I don't know, man. I didn't like Kingpin in that either.
I like some of the characters of Hawkeye. I didn't like Hawkeye together as a series.
Yeah, definitely. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and take a quick word from our sponsors over at Grow Generation.
Grow Generation, where the pros go to grow. For all of your cultivation needs, Grow Generation has the right products, service and staff to make your grow successful. Go to www.growgeneration.com, where the pros go to grow.
All right, thank you guys for sponsoring the episode as usual. Manny, that's the only like two news stories that I had.
All right, well, let me throw something at you.
So yeah, I was gonna say,
maybe
what do you got?
This up, but hopefully you didn't. But let me ask you, how much do you think the Minions has made so far?
I saw what you had posted in our
oh darn, never mind, that doesn't work.
Yeah. that's all right. $200 million worldwide so far. Not too shabby for a little animated film in the allegedly post-pandemic world. Yeah, man, it's crazy. My son is going to see it Saturday. I don't know if I'll be able to go or not. But what did you actually think of the film, man?
Dude, it's just your like kind of typical like Illumination Minion adventure, and it seems like that it has such a reach to a wide variety of audience that like you don't mind going as a entire family to see it, which is crazy. Mm-hmm. They figured out a formula, right, that they haven't had in a while with these characters, because they're so fun. They don't have any message or anything. They're just minions.
So is this the second or third Minions movie?
I'm not even sure anymore. I think it is. It might be the third.
I know there was 3 Despicable Me. I know there was 3 Despicable Me's.
This is the third one. Or is it the fourth one?
I don't know. I'm looking up Minions. Okay, there was wow, that's a lot. So Minions and Despicable Me 1, 2, and 3, and then the new Minions. So no, I guess this is just the second Minions movie.
There's just a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of these things. I know I didn't care for the third Despicable Me movie. The second one was First one's great, and the first Minions movie was very enjoyable. With the whole like history of Minions and stuff going from prehistoric era on up. That was fun. What where does this kind of rank in all that for you, man? All the big movies for that series.
It was fine. Like you're not gonna beat the classic, the original. I didn't even like Despicable Me 2 that much compared to the original. But it's nice. You have a couple of movies, a couple of animated films that did very well this year. The Bad Guys did fairly well. That the DreamWorks film. It's DreamWorks, I think.
Yeah, it looked interesting.
It was
with
fun.
all the
We enjoyed
bad animals.
Yeah, that one did. It's currently in streaming now, so you can check it out there. We have it in 244 million, so not too bad. The only one, the one that the letdown, and sorry we have to keep bringing it up this way, was really Lightyear, but it didn't do too. It hasn't done too terribly. I mean, it is right there with 190 million, but it's just domestically. I think they were expecting a little bit more.
Yeah, you think?
although I will say because of choices that they made, and you can do whatever you want. I think their international sales really got hurt. So that's just the way it is in some places. So I mean, just overall, I think we're having a pretty good year so far when it comes to movies. I don't see too many movies necessarily doing as well as we've seen, the Top Guns, the Batmans, the Jurassic Worlds, and the Doctor Strange. We have we definitely have Thor this weekend. Thor will be up there. Thor.
So what's your Thursday through Sunday prediction?
I don't think I have one. Let's see. I'm gonna cheat and see what Doctor Strange did. And I will say that it won't do as well as Doctor Strange.
See, I don't know about that. I think it's got a chance to. What? That's tough. What did it make? Let me see. Doc Strange's opening box office was 187.
Mm-hmm.
Can Thor break 187? You know what? I'm gonna lowball it. I'm gonna say Thor does 150 million to domestic opening weekend. 150.
I can go with that. I think that's pretty good.
Okay, cool. I'm seeing it tomorrow afternoon. When are you seeing it, or did you already see it?
No, actually, I haven't been doing too many screenings these last few days due to my job, but it'll be sometime this weekend. Emma's excited about it.
Yeah, I'm super stoked.
But what I'm saying is that we were last year. You and I were saying all is well, and theaters may die because of people not going to the theaters. But I mean, Top Gun, Jurassic World,
people
Doctor
are
Strange,
going.
Spider-Man.
Thank God.
People are going to the movies.
And to be fair, I was a little nervous about how poor some of these movies did compared to Spider-Man. But because I was kind of like, what will it take to get people into theaters? But we've got an animated film that did all right. There was a horror movie that did okay. Several other comic book and geeky properties have done decent, not as well as pre-pandemic, but well enough that sure, you're gonna see changes in the theater industry, but it got another 1 year lease at least. You know what I'm saying? It got another lease on life, and all I can say is guys, I have a nice TV thanks to the inflation causing Trump money, but I still want to experience so many things on the biggest screen I possibly can with the best sound system that I possibly can, and preferably if it's a big event style movie, I want to experience it with a crowd and feed off of everyone's energy, freaking Colin Robinson energy vampire style, but positive energy, and in that case, and you can't do that at home, at least not very well. You can do that in the theaters, and that's really what I want to get back to. So yeah, if you guys are fans of movies, you enjoy movies, and you want them to continue to be made, well, we need you guys to be willing to pay for that, and whether that's buying home media or buying the movie ticket, it needs more than a subscription fee. I'll just say that.
I think that it's interesting also to see how theaters have evolved really, and to make the experiences a lot more unique than just sitting down and watching a screen. So kudos to them for being able to also bring in people and to have the confidence to make those upgrades and to really change their ways in the wake of many studios starting streaming services, and for a while taking their movies there directly. I still hate the fact that I'm not going to be able to see Prey, and I know I mentioned that on Monday.
Yeah.
And then there's some. I mean, just I wish there's some things that have come out on Netflix too that I'm like, man, like you guys can't do like a week run or like a special weekend or like something to the effects of letting people even if you want to just debut it fine on your streaming platform, but the following weekend kind of do like one of those, because they do showings like this all the time where things only come out for a weekend, or do a show or two on a Saturday and a Sunday, and let the people who want to go to the movies go to the movies.
You know what? I know some theaters are able to do some things like this, but I would love for theaters, including chains, to allow more in order to stay open and provide jobs for the staff and whatnot. Offer more parties and screen room rentals with projectors that you can hook up game systems and watch your kid's got a Star Wars themed birthday party. I know there's certain legal things
in this area. They have that. They have party rooms and stuff.
Like theaters. A lot of our theaters have only certain movies that they're willing to show. And I know a lot of that deals with, like I said, there's certain legal things, and you're not paying to watch the movie. You're paying to use the equipment to watch a movie you've already owned, and as long as no one charged anyone to come in to see that movies, but even then studios are still weird about it. But at least, I mean, could you imagine sitting in front of the big theater screen and playing four-way split screen Mario Kart or something? Like,
screen might be too big though, I'll be honest.
It'd be kind of cool, man. It's the novelty of it, There's going to be lag delays and things, but you think a bunch of like 10, 11-year-old kids at a birthday party. My son's going to turn nine.
I feel like you'd complain though. That'd be
awesome. Probably if it was for my party, and not my son. Yes, I would complain. Who didn't put on gaming mode? There's input lag in this. Hopefully theaters can survive.
It's just nice to see, because we follow everything, all these numbers really for the weekends on Mondays. It was kind of cool to kind of look back to see how we're doing in 2022, because it's
over halfway through.
And when the thing is, it's not like it's been easy on people. We're still dealing with post and sometimes even still in pandemic kind of restrictions in some areas, especially with the case numbers going up and down, and depending on where you are. You have probably one of the worst economies right now that we've seen in a while.
Yeah.
So people don't necessarily have money.
Yeah.
But here they are. Maybe that is a sign of people looking for a little bit more of an escapism and trying to get away from everything for a while.
Yes.
With a good movie.
And I suggest anime. Anime is the best escapism. It's a freaking cartoon. It looks nothing like reality. Anyways, guys, we'll go ahead and leave it there. Check out LRMonline.com every day for all of your entertainment news, needs, opinions, rumors, leaks, interviews. They go up on our LRM YouTube channel, which you can see right here on the screen if you're watching us on YouTube. And then, of course, all of the podcasts are available. If you've ever considered writing for a website, you got something on your mind about tabletop games, role-playing games, something we're not covering, wrestling. There's a lot of wrestling fans here, but we don't write about it because we're all very, very busy with all the other stuff. So if you're interested in writing that, come by, check out the website, send an email to michael@lrmonline.com. Let us know what you're wanting to write about. Great podcasts like Anime-Versal Reviews, doing Classroom of the Elite Season 2 right now. Daily Cup of Genre, you guys know that you're watching or listening to it. The Breaking Geek Radio, the podcast, they cover news throughout once a week, cover up the week's news, do movie show reviews. Cantina does Star Wars news and reviews. Marvel Multiverse Mayhem is the Marvel version of the Cantina. So all of that is here on the Genreverse podcast network. Hit the red subscribe button, and I also do trailer reactions there, so check those out. Manny, you got anything you want to say?
No, I think we're good.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching, listening, and we'll see you tomorrow.